Welcome to the Midnight Prayer. Welcome to the Midnight Prayer. How are you doing, Dwight? Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment, and connect. Thank you. Welcome to the Midnight Prayer. Welcome to the Midnight Prayer. Tonight is a little different. So first, we're going to cover the prayer point, and we're going to get into it. And the background music, the background song is Waiting by Andrew Langdon from the YouTube audio library. Welcome to each and every one of you. Shalom, shalom aleichem, shavui tov. We are embracing a new week. May your new week be good and sweet. Blessings to each and every one of you. How are you doing? Dwight? And Liv? How are you doing? Tonight the topic is going to be on gatekeepers and guards. And we're going to do a quick recap on the prayer watches and talk about the unclean, and then pray and close out. Now, glad you're doing good. That's good. It's good to be good. Absolutely good to be good. So we're going to talk about prayer tonight. The prayer watches. There are 8 prayer watches with 3-hour increments. So each prayer watch has 3-hour increments. For example, the first watch is 3 hours, the second watch is 3 hours, and so on and so forth. So there are different types of prayer guides. For some of them, it's more time than 3 hours. For some of them, it's 4 hours. It varies. However, the midnight watch is one of the most important ones, which extends from midnight to 3 a.m. on some prayer guides, and in some other prayer guides, it extends longer. It varies from prayer guide to prayer guide. However, just so you know, prayer is always important, of course. We should always pray all the time, and we should always be thankful and grateful for everything that we have and everyone that we have in our lives. Not taking anything or anyone for granted. We should always be grateful and have gratitude. So we're going to get into that as soon as we pray. We're going to express gratitude to our Maker, our Creator, for everything that we have. We should always be thankful. So we're going to offer up a prayer of gratitude. Oh, Adonai, our Maker, we thank you for everything that you've given to us. We thank you for love, the gift of love. We thank you for the gift of life. We thank you for giving us light. And we thank you for your truth that leads us to freedom. We thank you for giving us all that we need. And we know that every gift that you give us has no limitations. It's not a small gift. You give us gifts that are valuable and gifts that will last. We're so thankful and grateful. We're thankful and grateful for food and shelter and clothing and everything that we have, transportation. We're thankful and we're grateful, and we say thank you. Yes, we thank our Creator. So there are prayer watches, and many talk about the watchers, or the correct term is really gatekeepers or guards. Those are the ones who watch and pray. They guard, they keep the gates, and they make sure. They are the protectors. They're the ones that are watching and looking to make sure everything is okay. And as you know, that use the phrase changing of the guard. And all that means is that one guard comes, or gatekeeper comes, to relieve the other, so that one finishes a shift and the other one starts the next shift, and so on and so forth. And there's the There's the day watches and the night watches. There are different types of watches, and some watches are for something specific like healing or protection or provision. So it really depends on what the focus is when people are coming together to watch and to pray. And we know that prayer is always important. So in Hebrew, gatekeeper means shahar. That's the word. And in the Strong's Concordance, the number is 7778. So we're doing the recap. We did the recap of the prayer watches, who the actual watchers on the wall are, which are the gatekeepers or the guards. And they're the ones that give the warning if there's something coming up that's dangerous, or if they detect something that is not right. That's right. They're the ones who are the guards, the gatekeepers. And then the next point is about to refrain from or not to touch what is unclean, to refrain from all that is unclean. Because we must have purity, we must be clean, both naturally and spiritually. So it's always necessary for us to be mindful of what we do and what we say, because we don't want to be unclean in any way. We have to have that spiritual cleansing and that natural cleansing that is so important to us for our well-being, for our minds, our bodies, our souls, and our spirits, every part of us. We need to be clean. We need to be clean in everything. In what we do, what we say, where we go, everything. Everything. We have to examine our hearts and our minds. And what we do, are we taking good care of ourselves and others? What is it that we're doing? What are we saying? Where are we going? Are we using our time wisely? We have to evaluate all of that and be honest with ourselves and never let the fire go out in our homes or in our hearts. As you see these candles burning bright, we must burn bright as well, so that we can have an impact in the land, so we can leave legacies for not just our children and our children's children and their children's children and so on and so forth, but for all of our love line and bloodline. We are to be that example of the one who has that light, who has that love, who has a pure heart. So as we desire not to touch what is unclean or be in any place that is unclean, we speak forth what we desire to see happen, so that we can be victorious, as we always will be. So I want to encourage you that whatever it is that needs to be changed or transformed, I encourage you to take the necessary steps to do so. so that you can be one who watches and prays and with clean hands and pure hearts and caring about everyone, people, and creation. You are here so you can help someone, maybe a family member, a friend, a stranger, a colleague, a business partner, a parent, a grandparent, a child, a spouse. All of us are here to help each other so that we can be victorious in every sense of the word, so that we can always win and win well. And many talk about the midnight hour and how the midnight hour is the hour that is the most dark, that needs prayer, which is the third watch. It is simply because most people have already went to sleep by then. More than likely, most people are not awake at that time. And the word watcher means to be awake, because this person is watching. This person is watching with their eyes and seeing. So that there be anything that happens, they can give the warning. There's so many different illustrations of this, like a lifeguard. Lifeguards, they're the ones who guard and protect. So that the people won't drown, the lifeguard is right there. The lifeguard is always watching. And that's how it is with the gatekeepers and the guards. They're always watching, looking out to make sure that everything is in proper order. So please remember and keep in mind that the gatekeeper or the guard is the one who watches and prays and is paying attention to everything. And perhaps you may be a guard, you may be a gatekeeper. You may be one who is always praying and always guarding. Perhaps you light candles and you're constantly praying and you never let the fire go out in your heart or in your home, praying for all nations, every tribe, and every tongue. Continue to pray all the time, always fan those flames, stoke those flames, and allow your cells to be on fire. Being on fire is very important, especially right now. And just remember that there are 8 prayer watches with 3-hour increments, starting with the first watch, ending with the 8th watch. And then there's the gatekeepers or the guards, the ones who watch and protect and warn. And then there's the issue about what is unclean, that we do not touch it, that it not come near us. That we're always consistently paying attention to everything that's going on around us. Being alert and awake and aware. We have to be awake. That's part of being a gatekeeper or a guard or prayer warrior. To pay attention to the details. To be alert, awake, and aware. So as you go about your day or night or wherever you are, may you have sweet sleep. And we're going to pray about the watches, the gatekeepers, the guards, and the cleanse. We're so thankful and grateful for everything that we have. We're so thankful. Thank you. Thank you, our Maker, our Creator, for everything that you give us. We're so grateful. We're so thankful. We thank you for giving us divine revelation for the prayer watches and for the gatekeepers and the guards. And we try to touch nothing that is unclean or not clean or what is not good for us. We thank you for giving us spiritual cleansing and washing us clean. And we thank you for being with us in the most difficult times. We thank you for giving us new ideas, and we thank you for giving us everything that we need in sweet sleep so that we can be replenished and revived and renewed, and that we can be replenished within us and be new for the next day or the next morning. We're so grateful and thankful for the blessings, for the promises, for the miracles, and for everything else. We're thankful that even though we may not understand some things in this life that we are still covered. We're still protected. We're still loved. We're still cared for. And we're not forgotten. And we're so thankful for the sunlight and the rain and the snow and all the weather patterns that give us what we need in our bodies for our basic necessities, the sunlight, the rain, the snow, the moon, the stars that give us the light at night. We're so thankful. We're so grateful. As you go about this week, remember, think good thoughts. Be positive. Be kind to others. Laugh and smile. Have joy. Joy. Kindness is contagious. Do something kind for someone else without expecting anything in return. And always remember that the best things in life are free, and we have the victory. There's no need for us to have any tension or friction or hatred. We declare and we decree that we are walking over everything that is dark and dead and dry and divisive, and we're opening up those new doors to love and light so that we can have a life full of joy and laughter. And we embrace it. We thank you for new people coming into our lives who know how to love us well, that love will be reciprocated in all of our relationships, regardless of what type of relationship it is. We thank you for the new ideas. We thank you for new friends, new victories. We thank you for new adventures. We thank you for new ideas so we can plan vacations and getaways and spontaneous fun time with our loved ones. We're so thankful and grateful. We thank you for giving us the wisdom so that we know what to do and when to do it, and giving us the divine instructions so that we can make wise choices in this life. Yes, it's very important that we care about ourselves and love ourselves. It's very important that we care about others and love others well. And that concludes our midnight prayer. May our Maker, our Creator, bless you and keep you. May our Creator give you shalom and sweet sleep and a fabulous week starting tomorrow, the beginning of the new week. May you walk in the victory. May you run with vitality, and may you soar like eagles. Thank you so much for joining in, and until next time, please keep believing in what is good, and remember you are loved. Don't forget that. And remember that we are blessed to be a blessing. Bless somebody else, and it will definitely bring you joy, and it will definitely bring a smile to somebody else's face when you are kind. Shalom. And until the next time, Blessings to each and every one of you. Sweet sleep